Yo, what up, folks? This is Lonzo, the Godfather of West Coast Hip Hop, and we're about to bring you Legendary Connects with me and my main man from the East Coast, Yo MTV Raps and all the above, my man, Dr. Dre. What's up with you, Dre?
What's up, Lonzo? Am I really the main man, or am I one of the main men?
Okay. Well, shit. We one of the main men. Okay.
I'm one of the main men. See, I can go. Getting to be main men. We're getting there. I'm getting ready to say. I say Alonzo every time I open my mouth.
All right.
I do say that. I do interviews, and I say Alonzo, what's going on? And I say Legendary Connects, what's going on? And it's been a great week so far. Well, I should say great week, interesting week with a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff. I see a pretty face in the chat room. I mean, in the dugout over here. Let me bring her on in.
Oh,
what's up, Miss B?
That's Queen.
Hey, Legendary Connects. What did I miss
today?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
I hear you fine.
Let me turn the volume up. I can hear you. Hey, Dre.
Can you hear her, Dre?
She sounds a little far in the back.
You do.
She can step up to the plate. Get up on the throne, Queen.
She got all right. That's what's wrong with her.
Raise my voice.
Oh, okay.
I can raise my voice, right?
All right. She got her ears covered up. She got a new hairdo now, so she all right.
Oh, she's rocking the Princess Bernadette like Princess Leia. I got you.
Yeah. You got your shoes on today. You got your shoes off.
Shoes on. I don't know where I'm going. Shoes on.
One of the boys in the chat room last week said, "Oh, ain't nothing like a woman barefoot." So I ain't mad at him. Anyway,
secret sauce.
Ain't nothing like a barefoot woman on a hot summer day.
Yeah, you ain't. Are you from Mississippi, Bernadette?
I'm from Mississippi, and I'm a Scorpio, and I got a lot of things going on for myself.
Oh Lord,
and I'm left-handed.
My ass is in California.
Say what?
I'm gonna mold the clay and see what we have to say. Let me go.
Do you think, Dre?
Anyway, did you know this week? I find it so interesting. Did you hear about the story about Mike Tyson on the airplane, where the guy threw the bottle of water at Mike Tyson, and then Mike had to retaliate?
He whooped his ass in seat D or something like that, right?
What I'm trying to understand is what possessed this man. And I know he was trying to stalk Mike, because that's basically what they were saying. He was trying to harass Mike, stalk Mike, pull on the back of his seat. But you threw a bottle of water at Mike and wonder why you got pummeled. Where does that come from?
You know what? Some people just like attention. You know, I'm the guy that got beat up by Mike. He knew he couldn't win the fight, but he just want that attention. He's just like any other rapper or big butt girl today. They want some internet attention. He went viral for a little while.
Social media.
He probably gonna get a couple of interviews on some podcasts. He ain't gonna sue, but he got his ass whooped by Mike Tyson. That's a good thing, man. You get a lot of views on that shit.
He got an attorney, and the thing is, when the story first broke, everyone was saying, "Oh, Mike Tyson beat this guy up on a plane." Then they said, "Back up." This guy threw a water bottle at Mike Tyson, and they said, "Well, Mike didn't have to hit him like that." Well, ladies and gentlemen, and this goes to the chat room. If someone hits you with a water bottle on a plane, does that give you the right to be like Mike?
Hey, you know what? That is one of the dumbest moves you could have done. Take your time out to put a water bottle and just throw the water bottle at Mike Tyson. You had to have a death wish, or just wanted to see some angels, at least some stars around your head, if nothing else.
I think he had the Mitch Green complex where he said, I could beat Mike, when Mitch Green decided to take care of Mike in front of Dapper Dan's. And oops, that didn't work out too well for Mitch Green.
But he didn't
work out for this guy.
Homeboy didn't file no charges, though, did he?
He tried to. They're trying to file charges. But once the video came out with him tossing the bottle and harassing Mike, that pretty much is like, oh, well, he didn't have to, do that. I think he was thinking he was Mike from The Hangover, and he thought he was going to get a pass. And Mike said, no, you're Mike Tyson from The Knockout, and I'm going to show you what I mean by that.
Yeah, okay. And that was a stupid ass move. I'm lucky he didn't get hurt, because that right there definitely was a murderous decision. I mean, he could have got killed doing that shit.
Because Mike's hands, even though he's a retired boxer, they're still probably registered as lethal weapons because he still knows how to hit.
Registered or
and
not,
I'll tell you a quick story about that.
Still kick your ass.
He will punch you to death. And talking about that story, when Ed and I were shooting Yo MTV Raps, and we were invited to Mike Tyson's house and to the fight that he was going to have, and I jumped on the gate and broke the gate. You can watch that on YouTube with Mike Tyson. Mike and Ed were joking around, and Ed told Mike some joke, and Mike hit Ed. And I was talking, Ed was talking, and all of a sudden Ed just bucked over and fell. And Mike said, "You think that's funny? I love it. That ain't fucking funny. I love it. What do you think about that now?" And Ed was like, and I'm like, "Mike, you just hit Mike. You just hit Ed. You can't hit Ed." I said, "Well, I guess we better go to a video so I can get Ed some oxygen in here." So before Chris Rock was smacked by Will Smith, Ed Lover had been attacked by Mike Tyson. Or Yo TV Raps.
Wow. Hey, man, what can you say, Doc? See,
That's how you tell that story. Before Chris Rock and Will was Ed and Mike. I said, that's how you tell that story. Before there was Chris Rock and Will, there was Ed and Mike.
Hey, what can you say? I ain't mad. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's definitely one for the books out there for hip hop historian and hip hop fans out there. But another crazy thing going on is, are you paying attention to this Johnny Depp and his wife's divorce trial?
Not really.
Where he's suing her for $50 million. Well, you got to look, $50 million. You got to pay attention a little bit to that.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, we could talk
I can't
about
get away
Elon
from
Musk
it. I can get
Twitter, but we got
get away from it. But I see it. Go ahead.
Because it's kind of funny that he's on the stand and he's telling stories about her, and she's saying, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember. What do you mean? What do you mean?" Then he whipped out the video and showed her throwing the bottle and slicing off Johnny Depp's fingertip. And they're talking about, "Oh, well, his career was going down." Johnny Depp is in Pirates of the Caribbean. His career is never going down. Right. Johnny Depp, on just residuals alone, he's Captain Jack Sparrow. He's not going nowhere.
Right.
So it's just funny to me how the reason he's suing his ex-wife is because he says that was detrimental to his career and he lost some opportunities in film. Now they're trying to insult the man and say, "Oh, no, nobody wanted to hire you because you had some bad movies." Did he have some bad movies? Yeah, that Lone Ranger movie with the bird on his head. Didn't get that at all.
Right.
Didn't get that at all. But this trial seems to be funnier than any reality show that you can think of. So the first question for the chat room is, would you throw a water bottle at Mike Tyson to get his attention? The second question is, would you throw a glass bottle at Johnny Depp to get his attention? So it's a lot of
look with his wife, Dre. There's 2 million petitions. 2 million petitions throw her off of
this is for real.
Man too.
You'd be like, "This is crazy. This didn't happen," but it did. It's happening. You can watch it on the news. It's just crazy.
Bernadette, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Do we have Bernadette?
She kind of.
Do we have the queen, or she's froze out?
She kind of froze.
No, I'm still here.
Uh-oh.
I might be
frozen while she's unfreezes herself.
And
get to kicking it.
Okay.
I got one last trial. One last trial as we roll right along. And these are stuff that's in the news. And you know, when it gets to the regular commercial news, that's when I want to kind of bring it up.
Okay.
The trial between China Black, Tokyo Tony, and the Kardashians, where China Black is suing Kris Jenner from the Kardashian fame and, keeping up with the Kardashians for her and them stopping Rob and China's show, Rob and China Black, whatever the case may be, because she married Rob Kardashian and forced him to have sex and put sperm inside her vagina so they could have a baby. And now she got the baby, but she don't have the TV show. So she's suing the Kardashians, saying they forced her to take the show off the air because they didn't think it was going to work because she, honestly, well, we don't know. Allegedly, should I say, used to beat on Rob Kardashian and put a gun to his head.
No, I ain't watched that show. I ain't watched that right there. No.
You didn't hear about that?
I heard about it. I ain't watched. Man, I got too much to do. I ain't watching them crazy folks.
That's all on the feeds. Like I told you, I'm not going for specialty stuff. I'm going for stuff that's just obvious right now. There's other specialty stuff out there. But China Black, she's a part of the hip hop world and the nation, which it goes to show you could be a stripper one day, and the next you could be married to a Kardashian.
Yeah.
Hello, Kim. How you doing? She's ruined more black people than the United States Army. How about that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I say that in jest, so don't come after me with no Kim Kardashian love affair.
All right, Dr. Dre. Can you hear me now?
I got you much better.
Hear you now, Brady.
All right. Okay.
All those Kardashians are black people.
I'm doing damage control. All right, Dr. Dre. Kim's gonna be after you.
That's Dr. Dre talking that. I ain't said nothing about that. Okay, remember you holler at Dr. Dre. Okay, it's phone number 516.
I am not. Look, bring it. I say bring it. You know why? Because she's the one who did the tape. Her mama sold it, and she said, "I just want to be famous." So you want to be famous? There you go. This is what you get.
Well, she also, they said, according to somebody, who that? Whack 100 said he got another tape. Somebody got another tape that of part
Ray
two.
J. Ray J's threatening to release more of the tape, and you can't do that. And the judge said, "Why can't I? Why can't he? He owns the tape. It's his tape. He can do what he wants with it."
Wow. Okay. Well, we're gonna see.
I mean, she's going to be a lawyer and everything now, y'all.
She got to save some.
I don't think she's ever going to be a lawyer as a lawyer. I think she's just doing it for more headlines, and more. Oh, look what I did, because she can't match her father, who was on the OJ super team that defended OJ, and she would defend OJ because OJ got one of them Kardashian kids by Kris Jenner.
Come on, man, you can't keep saying that stuff.
Why not? She looks just like Arthel Simpson.
Man,
she looks just like
her. The opinions of Dr. Dre have nothing to do with the legendary connect. Lonzo,
you're the divine connector.
Okay.
Look, don't take my word for it. All you got to do is put the picture up. If you put a picture of OJ up and a picture of Khloe Kardashian, why do they look the same?
She does have a big head, that's for sure. But I'm just saying.
Why do they look the same?
She got a big forehead, but big foreheads come in all different generations. Look, it could be a jump thing.
Like I know, OJ and that crew was doing a lot of stuff. They were doing a lot of stuff.
I wasn't there. Allegedly.
But
Allegedly.
The result is what we see. Look. And if you don't believe me, go to the chat room and say, do you think OJ is one of the Kardashians' fathers? You got three.
Which one?
I think it's Khloe. I can't see her. Everyone keeps saying that Khloe Kardashian is OJ's daughter.
Allegedly.
Because if Kris Jenner on Keeping Up with the Kardashians would poison Bruce Jenner in front of us all, putting
Dr. Dre in the chat, Rob is backing you up. Rob Treble is saying it's Khloe.
She
Rob
did
in the chat.
Kris Jenner put that drug in the coffee and gave it to Bruce Jenner. We all saw that.
Are you going after Kris? Nah. Kris?
Why Kris Jenner did that? She said she did that because that's what keeps Bruce Jenner calm. We see what calmed him down. He went and changed genders because he got so calm.
Allegedly.
No, dude, wait a minute. Bruce Jenner was the 1976 Olympic decathlon gold.
Wheaties man, too. He was on the Wheaties cereal box.
You can't put him on a box. You can't get him on a box of Easy Water right now. Come on, man.
Yeah, he was going to run for governor for a while, wasn't he? He was trying to run for governor.
Come on, man. I'm not bringing up stuff y'all not talking about. Go to the chat room. Bernadette, tell us.
Who's in the chat room? Rob is backing you up. He said, it's Khloe. That's the OJ's alleged child, and Khloe looks like Franklin Berry. Is that right, Rob? The Rob is right there with you, Dr. Dre. Where'd he go? Okay, so Kris, Kylie, Kim, and the rest of y'all K kids. That was Dr. Dre. I'm not sure where Lonzo is. It's just me, Rob, in the chat room. In the chat room, we'll pull up some pictures and stuff about, maybe for Dr. Dre. And Dr. Dre is not going to be looking at the pictures. Lonzo is back. Hey, Lonzo.
He said Frankenberry from the cereal, from the old school cereal. That's some funny shit.
Oh, I read that wrong. Then
it ain't Frankenberry, it's Frankenberry. Okay, that's some funny shit.
That's Dr. Dre, and that's Rob Treble, Chris, and Kim.
Yeah, she does have a very monstrous forehead.
She got Simpson-esque facial qualities.
Okay, does have a big head.
I bet you if you give her a football, she can run a touchdown.
Allegedly.
I bet you if you kick the football to her, she catches it. She's gonna run at least 30, 40 yards before you catch her.
They had a meme on Facebook during the OJ trial. They said, because they had a picture of the mama sitting next to Bruce with her husband sitting next to OJ, and it said something like some kind of super B watching her husband defend her baby daddy while sitting next to her future husband.
I remember that. I remember that a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. And that's bad. That got to be some good shit right there. I mean, that has to be some magnanimous. In fact, the whole family, she must have taught them all some tricks that are beyond mere mortal shit, because they have managed to convert a man,
Mr. Odom,
a Wheaties man, to a Wheaties woman, and turn a basketball player into an almost suicidal crackhead, along with football players that can't throw or catch a football, more basketball players that can't catch nothing. And
what was the football player's name? Is Reggie, who used to play
on
USC. Reggie Bush.
Yeah,
she destroyed Reggie Bush's NFL career.
Okay. So he
was one of the best running backs in the NFL. Got with Kim Kardashian. He couldn't run a yard.
He couldn't run a yard. They must have used that grapefruit trick from Girls Night Out. They must use that grapefruit trick. You put that grapefruit on that thing, and huh?
Oh my god!
They must have known.
He said the grapefruit trick. No, they say it's magic, some voodoo or something.
I call it gypsyism.
No,
I see it.
I call it the power of the punani. That's what I call it.
The same thing.
And there's something in,
we all say the same thing.
In that punani that pretty much destroys
the mama that learned something gave to the daughters, and now everybody got it. And if you go anywhere near there, you ain't coming out alive. Only person got it worse than that is Erykah Badu, because she had brothers converting to various religions and go for being gangsters to wearing beads and shit.
Don't say that. Erykah is my girl. I love Erykah.
I
Erykah's
do too.
cool.
I'm just saying she got some special.
She never did nothing.
She got some special powers.
Fact, Queen, we have to get Erykah Badu on the show. That's my girl.
That's a good one.
Get Erykah Badu.
Did Erykah date Common? Because Common is, since I'm going to flip it around. Common does the same thing, kind of, sort of. Why can't Common keep a woman?
We gotta ask Tiffany Haddish. You gotta ask Tiffany Haddish, because they broke up.
And Serena, one of the Williams sisters. Who else?
Whatever Common was doing, he had Tiffany Haddish jumping in and swimming with sharks. So whatever he's doing to make a woman jump in the ocean and swim with sharks, that's a mighty powerful sexual.
Which one of the Williams sisters did he date? Serena?
Excuse me?
He dated Serena Williams. He dated Tiffany Haddish.
He dated Serena Williams?
And
yeah.
And
N.W.A. Yep. He sure did. He can't keep a woman.
Maybe
wonder why.
He don't want to keep a woman.
He keeps a woman. He just keeps them the way he wants.
He has a daughter. Yeah. Yes.
Maybe
he has a time limit.
Huh?
There you go.
Some brothers just want to experience, man. I want to keep them.
That's the way Common is. It seems like a pattern. And I love Holly Berry. She doesn't do well in that area either.
Well, Holly Berry, I've known Holly since she started her acting career. Went way back in Spike Lee movies, and she used to have small parts. She was a very beautiful woman until she met Christopher Williams, allegedly, and they always blame what's his name?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes for the Holly
She
Berry.
dated him.
Wesley Snipes. It was Christopher Williams, allegedly.
Just New Jack
That used to have a
wanted to do.
volatile
How you get? How you?
relationship.
Wait. Stop. How the hell you get Wesley Snipes confused with Christopher Williams?
Please.
Do you?
You can see then, Dre. You can see then.
Get Wesley Snipes confused with Christopher Williams. They just was both of them the same. It was the same movie one time.
Williams got the light skin, soft hair, nice voice,
and Wesley
cute
Snipes
acting going on. And Wesley was Nino Brown. So let's not fool ourselves. And you see what he did to Christopher Williams in New Jack City, which is the anniversary, the 31st year for New Jack City is this year.
35 years
being released to the movie theaters. 31 years. Yeah, that's a big thing.
Did he answer the question, Lonzo?
What's the question?
How did he get them?
How do you confuse the two?
How do you get?
I didn't mix it up. I said it was a rumor. They would always say Wesley, but it was Christopher Williams.
Okay, again.
Oh, okay.
How did that rumor get misconstrued like that? It ain't no. It is what it ain't. Okay.
This was in the same movie.
You have to talk to some of the women that dated Christopher Williams. He said, "No, I'm gonna say Wesley Snipes."
But he got a kid with.
Wesley Snipes
he got a kid with.
Wesley Snipes is a martial artist.
If
so
he'd have killed her. but
Wesley Snipes he could hit her, but all the bruising would be on the inside because he's a karate man.
Yeah, okay.
The karate man knows how to bruise on the inside and not show it on the outside.
But Christopher Williams got a kid with Stacey Dash too, right?
Oh, here we go. Now we bring Stacey Dash. How did this all start? From Mike Tyson
you the one started that shit, okay? You one talking about light skin and dark skin and ass whoopings and
the Kardashians. We're trying to steer you away from the Kardashians.
You got magical vaginas on your mind today. I don't know what you're talking about.
So Erica Badu.
No, I was talking about the court cases and everything that's going on, and it's very amusing to me that all the Kardashians and Kim Kardashian is crying to the media saying, Ray J shouldn't release the video. But your mom sold the video of you and Ray J. How'd that
started your whole career.
Started your whole career. Then you decided to throw out what you had and spread it around, and Reggie Bush lost his career. I forgot the gentleman from the Nets, that other basketball player, who's now selling fried chicken.
Come on, man.
In Wisconsin.
Come on.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's bought 10 fried chicken franchises.
Oh, I ain't mad at him.
He's selling them in Wisconsin.
I find it.
It's horrible.
Huh?
They're saying this chicken is horrible.
He got 10 chances to get it right there.
He got 10 franchises in Wisconsin. So
don't
that's
bring it to Mississippi
either.
How you have bad fried chicken? Wait, how you have bad fried chicken?
I can't explain it. How you open 10 franchises in Wisconsin alone is the issue I got. You were supposed to start that down in Atlanta, in Alabama, in Mississippi.
Not in the South.
No,
not in the South.
Get your ass down there. You better get you some money and lock yourself in before you got go down there with them grandmothers with them cankles that have been frying chicken since they was in junior high school. Oh no! You go down.
You might have should have went to Colorado or something.
You got the munchies. You go down south, and people literally have restaurants in their living room. They will convert their living room.
I believe that.
I've been there.
When I went to New Orleans, we had one of the best meals of my life in somebody's living room.
Mm-hmm.
Who they were like, "Oh, come on, y'all, come on in and check this out." And I was down there doing MTV Raps with Ed, and we were at the Public Enemy concert down there, and we went in there, and this woman fed us like we were kings, and she wouldn't let us leave till, and because I'm big, she said, "No, you need a big bowl. Make sure he gets all the gumbo he wants, and get him some fish, and get him some of this." I said, man, I can't eat no more of this. This way, no. Get him a big box so he can take it with him. I'm like, I can't eat any more of this. This is too much.
Chicken for the road. Now, chicken for the road is better than chicken at the house when you eat it on the road. It's good.
It was good. So I know what you're talking about.
I tell you what, one of the best meals I had in Louisiana was an alligator.
Really?
Yes. You ever had alligator before?
I had crocodile. I didn't have alligator.
I had alligator.
I was in Florida with crocodile.
We had it was us, 4th MDs, and 3 or 4 other groups. And for some reason, we was going on last, and the van came to get us last. By the time we got backstage, all the chicken, all the pork, all the beef was gone. All they had left was alligator, barbecued alligator. And boy, everybody in the crew was like, hey, I'll call McDonald's. Go to McDonald's. I said, nah, grab me one of them water gators over there. Man, I jumped in that water gator right quick. I was a happy camper, dude. Y'all don't need this right here. I wouldn't order it in the restaurant, but at that time, water gator worked out very well. Okay.
Well, I would be looking for the suitcases personally. I would have been looking for the gator to munch on.
Nah, but it was all
You got
good.
me on that one. I had crocodile by accident. I was at a big like a dinner, and it was there, and they said, "Oh, try some of this, try some of that." I said, "What's that?" "Oh no, just try it. It's good." And I tried, and I didn't know what it was, and it was good. I said, "Yo, what's that?" He said, "Oh, crocodile." I said, "Crocodile?" I said, "You sure any crocodiles?" He said, "No, that's crocodile."
Shout out to Crocodile.
He having flashbacks of eating down south crocodiles and various possums and armadillos and shit like that. Where we at, folks? American Negro, much love to you, Doc. I see you there on the line with us kicking it. And I see my boy Rob Trimble. Much love to you. Pioneer Chicken is in LA. Well, Pioneer Chicken in LA was the bomb. Yes, we still have a Pioneer Chicken. It's right by my house. One of the last Pioneer Chickens is right by my house. Okay. And I was going there on a regular basis because Pioneer Chicken ain't nothing but Golden Bird with a Pioneer sign on the building. But this particular Pioneer got shut down by the health department because they had rats frying chicken. Okay. They had, I came by that one day. I was hungry as hell.
You didn't say that. You did not say that.
I went by there
frying chicken,
and it was on the news. It was on the news. A couple of rats had fell into the damn to the vat, and they got deep fried, and they hell no, and they shut them down. They shut them down for a minute. They shut them down.
How did the rat fall in the deep?
Well, yeah, that food was good. That kind of confirms it in a way that their food was good because of that. The rats, not because the rats were good.
I ain't been back since. It's still there. I just decided I'm not gonna take a chance on eating a rat. I ain't gonna do it.
We got hey Lonzo, we got a debate going on right now about some local city landmarks, and now they're going down right now because of the customer service. And it was like, why don't they leave the old neighborhoods and get better buildings and instead of the hole in the walls and stuff? But I think that's a part of it when you get the greasy bag full of fish and fries and stuff like that. You got
one small problem. I saw just the other day. I'm riding down the street called Figueroa. I'm checking out the holes, and I was at the light, and I looked down, and there was a family of rats playing in the parking lot of a restaurant. Okay. I mean, it was about 30 of them. They was having a good old time. And I'm like, damn.
Wait a minute.
Wait. Hold on, Dre.
Wait a minute.
If it's that many rats outside playing, where they going at nighttime? Okay. And see that the problem with an old building. A lot of these old buildings got these little nooks and crevices. They were separated from the foundation. Something that broke off, corroded, or whatever. And rats don't have real stiff bones, so they can pretty much. I've seen on
they can squeeze it
National
anywhere.
Geographics where a rat, size of a quarter, a rat can get his ass through there.
See,
rats.
They need some bodega cats from New York to come out.
Rats. All they have to do is a rat. Once they get their nose and their head through, everything else will collapse and go through.
The rest of us coming
through.
Let me tell you a rat story right quick, Dre. Eve after
I'm
dark.
listening to you.
I'm at Eve after dark. Okay. I'm running 2 clubs. I got one upstairs, one downstairs. One upstairs is a teen club, Eve after dark. Downstairs is the adult club, Jeff D's. Okay. Downstairs, I got live entertainment. I got a band. I got some Temptation jamming brothers out there. They sweating and dances, singing all these Temptation songs. And they got the girls going crazy. And it's off the chain. And the bar is making money. And the door is making money. And the band takes a break. All of a sudden, they go backstage. All right, they be right back. Take a 15-minute break. They go backstage. They ain't back there. 30 seconds. All these big buff dudes come running out screaming, ah! Ah! I say, man, what's going on? What's wrong? They said, Lonzo, it's a rat. It's a rat. Come on, man. Y'all big old buff brothers running from a rat. It's a rat. You got to see it. You got to see it. Dre, Bernadette, I went back in the dressing room. I can't show you how big the rat is without going off the screen. Okay? The rat's body was this big. The rat had to weigh 15, 16 pounds. Okay? With the tail, I'm going off the screen. All right? The rat evidently had ate some poison because he was sick. He wasn't moving fast, but he was looking up at me like, oh, don't kill me. I'm gonna die anyway. But I had to put him out of his misery.
Oh
we
my
put
gosh.
over the rat, put a big old box over the rat, slid a piece of cardboard under the bottom of him, flipped his ass over, took him outside in the backyard, and had to shoot it. Okay? It was that big.
That's true.
Shot the
We
rat.
shot the rat.
Are you okay? That sounds very traumatic. Are you okay?
But here's the other thing. Wait a minute, Lonzo. Did y'all bury the rat or did you leave the rat there?
He ended up in the dumpster.
In the box.
Oh my God.
He ended up in the dumpster.
Wow.
Seaborn said, "What's up, folks? Everybody." I'm over here working. I'm working the chat room over here on the side.
Rob said I got the chat. That's why you got to feed the feral cats. Yeah, you got to have you got to have an agreement with the hood cats. The hood cats will come. I don't know about your rat, but the hood cats, the feral cats will take care of that.
That's true.
I don't know about your rat.
What's a feral
I
cat?
gotta tell you a rat story. Okay, let me tell you a quick rat story there, Lonzo. I was DJing a place called The World in New York City. And you know how New York is. New York is pretty much home of the super rat. And I pulled up with my boys and we were in a Datsun 280ZX.
Damn.
4 big black dudes with records, like 4 cases of records in the hatchback. And one of my boys had to sit and we closed the hatchback on him and he was 6 foot and change.
Been there,
Peace
done
and
that.
love to my
Been
man,
there, done that. Okay,
to my man Oz, my partner Oz Gibson, late OZ, right? So we did that. We're getting out the car, right? And we pull up next to this garbage because you got no choice. At the time, it was like it wasn't quite the end of winter, but it was like the early spring, end of winter. So all the garbage stuff was out there. We get out the car and open up the hatchback, and Oz climbs out. I had to walk in to make sure he was good. All of a sudden, Oz comes flying in the club. Yo, man, yo. Y'all gotta come out of here. I'm like, what? Y'all gotta come out and get yo, man, yo. There's rats. I said, there's no rats out there, man. I just walked in here. There's rats everywhere. No, there's not. Walked out there. There was rats sitting on the rail, eating from the garbage and looking at us like we was crazy. I said, wait a minute, where did they come from? He said, dude, I was getting the crate out and putting it on the hand truck. And all of a sudden, I kept hearing, he said he turned around and there was 4 of them standing there eating right out the garbage bag. And he just jetted. And he tried to scare a mouse and a mouse will run. He said, the rats looked at him like, yo, bro, what y'all playing tonight?
Yeah, they'll ask for a request.
Yo, it was crazy.
They were asking
for a request. Oh, yeah, and then when we came out, them same rats were sitting out there. Just sitting.
Wow.
Because they kept bringing the food and they put it there, so they just waited.
All right, see my boy Marlon Cozy in the house. What's up, Big Marlon? I thought you was coaching today, Doc. Marlon is a regular. He always check out the show. He told me he might be missing our show a few times. He coaching in the afternoon. What you coaching? Football or basketball? What you coaching, man? I forgot to ask. All right, folks, you're live with Dr. Dre and Miss Bernadette. It's Legendary Connects. We talk about all things, everything. Kardashians, Rats.
Well, we started
Common.
off with Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
And why would you throw a water bottle at Mike Tyson?
Got a death wish.
Number one. And then we were asking, is Khloe Kardashian related to O.J. Simpson?
That's your question. I'm not messing with that.
That's Dr. Dre's question.
When the lawsuit comes, you make damn sure you don't make me as a plaintiff, okay? Defendant. All right,
Look,
folks.
I'm not worried about it.
We are having a good time today. We're just kicking it live with Miss Bernadette, straight out of Mississippi. Dre's in New York and New Jersey.
New York. You keep saying New Jersey, man.
You know what?
And I'm one of his main men in New Jersey.
Because I forget New Jersey is a state. That's all. I forget that.
New Jersey is a state. New York's a state. It's okay. And California is where it's moving. In the city of Compton.
For God knows how long, I thought Jersey was a city in New York up until
you got Newark.
Real good.
You got Newark, New Jersey, where Queen Latifah was born and raised. You got Newark, where my man Mark the 45 King is from. New Jersey. You got Lauryn Hill from the Fugees, New Jersey bound. Yep, those are a lot of New Jersey folks out there checking us out.
Hey, in chat, hashtag. Oh shoot, y'all got some love. Hashtag the Wrecking Crew and hashtag Original Concept. Thank you for your services in rap music with a Z. Funky Things Productions.
3.
Yes, indeed. Can we send a big shout out to Haitian Kid and his crew on Clubhouse? Lonzo, we got to get you in that room. We're going to do another room with them.
Lonzo, Dre had the whole room saying F Putin, F Putin, F Putin on Clubhouse. The whole room.
Funny.
Joined in. You saw him saying F. They didn't say F. Dre didn't say F. They loved him.
Mm-hmm. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we must get up the Free Britney G from Russia campaign. A lot of y'all aren't on this. We need you to post on your social media pages, on your Clubhouse rooms, on rooms, look, we need to do it. Lonzo, I'm going to call my girl Rita down in Georgia and get some free Britney G shirts going on. Because if you can free Britney Spears, we can free Britney G from the Phoenix WNBA basketball team. I'm not even saying the last name for a reason, because it's easier to say free Britney G than Britney Grit. It's Grieve.
Don't even try. Leave it on. Does anybody?
I'm just stick with free Britney G.
Does anybody know? Have an update on her situation? Know where she
Yes,
is?
because today, Putin and Biden did an exchange yesterday of political prisoners.
She wasn't included.
We got one. No, we got one Marine prisoner back from San Antonio, and we gave them back a Russian drug dealer. And I don't know how that exchange was even. We at least should have got 3 for 1, because if he was selling drugs in the United States and bringing the money back to Russia, that was at least worth 3 people and a player to be named later. Absolutely. So Britney G should have been in that thing when they left one gentleman back, also who was arrested with this young man. I don't recall his name at this time, but my worry is free Britney G is what we're on, and letting people know.
Did you hear?
We definitely got a free Britney G.
I just saw on one of my hip hop sites that A$AP Rocky, his spot just got raided with a bunch of guns.
But he was arrested when he came back from, I think, Barbados with his baby, soon to be baby mama Rihanna, which from what I understand, because I can't see it, but I'm told Rihanna's out there pushing the super baby thing. She got the belly sticking out. She got all types of diamonds and necklaces around her belly, and they're just walking out, and she's wearing all kind of high heels and stuff like that. I don't know how she does it, and she's pregnant. How do you pull that off?
That's a good question.
She must have some very strong feet.
I don't know about that one, Dre.
Yeah, but he was supposedly arrested when they came back in the country, and you're saying his house was raided?
Yeah.
With guns again?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we got to do something about this gun situation in America, because that's the question. Because I say to people, well, if Black Lives Matter can march because the police are killing us, what are we doing about all this gun violence in our communities for us? What are we doing?
Dre.
Where are the marches?
Dre.
Because we know who's doing the shooting.
Dre,
We know. Go ahead.
Dre, I've had this conversation on multiple occasions, and you will almost get ridiculed. Oh man, reason why it's different when the police do it is because police get paid to protect us. They don't get paid to protect you. They get to protect. They
Mm-mm.
get paid to protect property. And it's in a, I was thinking the other day, and let me have it for a hot second. I got to talk to the chat
Go.
room for a minute. Okay, I was thinking the other day, all the gangsters that we hear about on all the records, their only mission is to kill other black folks, other gang members in another black community. I was listening to some brothers the other day. I ain't calling no names, and I ain't trying to get caught up in no clubhouse bull. They were talking about F your hood, and then, this hood, this hood, this. All these hoods are predominantly populated
People of color.
by people of color, and their only mission is to annihilate each other on a regular basis. And then you wonder why people don't respect you, because obviously you don't respect yourself. And to sit here and hear these kind of subjects, we hear it all the time. We see different things, but the basics common sense is, if you want to be respected, you think you would if you want somebody to respect you, it would help to respect yourself. Now, Dre, I sit here, I'm trying to find my organ right now. That's my organ
Go
patch.
ahead. You
Hold on.
find the organ, and then I'm gonna jump in for a second. Go ahead.
I think about this all the time, and I see brothers always talking about putting in work, catching a body, raising the smoke, F your hood, blah, 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 blah. But when it comes down to it, we're only talking about killing other black folks. And I don't understand that. I don't understand, how do you expect the police to respect you? How do you expect other people, races to respect you, when it's obviously you're not respecting your own kind? And to sit here and constantly make excuses for it, at time after time, they make excuses for, all man, it's economics, it's oppression, it's this. No, it's acceptance.
Mhm.
It's gotten to a point where it's acceptance. So many people want to accept the fact that black violence in the black, I'm not gonna call it black on black crime, because, well, white people kill white people and black people kill. We the only ones got a musical genre dedicated to our own annihilation.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
We're the only ones that have a musical genre that's dedicated to our own annihilation. We're the only ones that everybody look and go, why would they do that? But here's the crazy part. I said it before on multiple shows. I'm gonna say it again. It's nobody's job to clean up our community but us. But for some reason, some people are afraid to clean up the community. They're afraid to speak out. I mean, you got kids doing things that we would never thought about doing. You got grown folks doing things that we would never thought about doing. And to sit back here as a grown ass man and see things that are accepted in our community that some people do, but not to the degree that we do. And one thing about us, no matter what it is, whether it's rims on a car, gold around your neck, we're gonna do it like nobody else. We take it to the next level on no matter what it is.
True.
Whether it's a sport, education, a fad, we take it to another level that nobody else will remotely capture, and they will spend the rest of their time trying to emulate what we have done. If we can take some of that negativity and reverse it and bring peace to our community, you'd be surprised how life would change for everybody as we know it. And then with that being said, I'm gonna be quiet for a minute.
Let me jump in before you keep the organ music for me. The key word you're missing in there, Alonzo, is the word is called responsibility.
Okay.
Responsibility for your own actions. And that's what it really comes down to. We've been raised we're from the 70s and the 60s on the hustle mentality. We've been doing the monkey hustle for a long time. And as that hustle moved on, and then became a thing called rap music / hip hop culture, we continued on. So as we built that, and it became signs of success by the amount of economic gain that we were starting to happen and fall into. The new word after responsibility comes greed.
Okay.
Now we know from the movie Wall Street, where Michael Douglas says greed is good,
Okay.
and he explains greed is good, but we didn't realize that's Michael Douglas, the actor, playing Gordon Gekko on Wall Street. And if you looked around when he said that, we weren't in that crowd. We weren't in that crowd.
Ah, you're right.
You see? So when he said greed is good, he wasn't talking about us. He was talking about to the people. He knows we can put certain stereotypical behavior with us. And in doing that stereotypical behavior, they know they can watch us and say, oh, this is the next thing. Give them a bunch of gold. Give them these diamonds that nobody would buy. But let them believe. We'll let them mine it and we'll sell it. We'll let them mine that gold, and then we'll make ridiculous size chains and let them put chains on their neck, but yet they don't believe they're slaves. So we'll emulate that behavior, thinking we are being equal to what Gordon Gekko said is saying, greed is good. So when we go out and we buy Cadillacs, Rolls Royces, Mercedes Benz, and you buy all these luxury items, go look at who the CEO is. Go look at who the COO is. Go look at who the manufacturers are. And if you don't see anybody of color, the only people of color that have those kind of massive companies sell cars of economic prowess. Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, affordable cars for people of color. But when you want to say, let's go get the money we just gave them, because they knew how to get on a microphone, they knew how to score a basketball point, they can score touchdowns, they can kick a soccer ball through a net. We'll tell them that the best car to drive is this. If you're not driving a BMW, if you're not buying the thing of a Maserati, you just aren't making it. So that's where the greed comes in. So when you talk about the violence that we're perpetuating on ourselves, if you're that tough and you want to get guns and shoot at people, go to Ukraine. Join up with the Ukrainian army, make a deal and say, look, if we get these Russians out your country, we just want some property. And be a tough guy. Those are the real tough guys. Because they sat there and tried to get their women and children out of their country and protect them, and they're back fighting for their land. We're not even fighting for land. When you got 17-year-old kids putting together ghost guns in the Bronx in New York and killing a 16-year-old girl just coming home from school and wounding 2 others. When you get a 12-year-old boy shot in the head because their family's eating in their car in the Bronx and you shot him. When you get, this is serious. When you get people getting gunned down in Brooklyn for just walking in a crowd and a drive-by because somebody said something, somebody's pulling a gun out. I say, if you want to do all that kind of shooting, go to Ukraine. I'm telling you, you could call Zelensky up right now and say, I'll make a deal with you. You give us the south side of Ukraine, the south side, and you give us the Compton side of Ukraine, and Brooklyn, Ukraine, and the Bronx, Ukraine. And we come in here and we'll get them Russians out of here.
You know what, Dre? That sounds good. And it would be.
I'm saying it crazy like that for a reason.
Let me tell you
because
something.
We're only killing ourselves.
Let me tell you
and
something.
that's the point I'm really trying to make.
Let me tell you something I remember.
Go ahead.
Okay, I remember back in the 60s and 70s. I remember as a kid, I was a youngster, but I remember certain guys in my neighborhood getting in trouble. And when they got in trouble back in the 60s and 70s, you had 2 options. You can go to jail, you can go to the army. Okay? Those are your 2 options. You can go to jail, you can go to army.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I think it was either 2 years in the army or 4 years in jail, something like that. Okay? or maybe 4 years in the Army and 2 years in jail. I'm not sure. But a lot of guys start choosing the Army. And even though they went into the Army under less than perfect situations, they still got the benefits. They still came out with GI benefits. And by doing
But
that,
they also came out with addiction to heroin. Addiction.
Okay, but
I mean, a lot of them came out to,
a lot of them did. But what I'm getting at is more of them came home with benefits, and even with addiction to heroin, you still got GI benefits. Okay,
Yeah.
and those benefits can be worth a lot of money as far as getting houses, education, blah blah blah. And once again, they said, you know something, that's too good. Send them to the Army and give them the same kind of benefits that they would if they had enlisted on their own. They cut it out and they started sending people straight to the penitentiary.
Yeah, well, that's America. America, the Twilight Zone. That's what we do. We the hypocrisy of America is, yeah, we want everybody to go, but they started sending us and putting us on the front line because they realized when they kept sending their young men to the front line, they were wiping out their own generations of folks. That's why there's a shortage of white folks right now, because black folks went in and came back, and they started commingling with all kinds of people with color. And that's where some of our Asian brothers and sisters from the Philippines and Vietnam and Thailand, Taiwan, Chinese, Japanese came to America, and the first thing they were looking for was a black man or a black woman.
Now, I see my man Rob Trimble he made a statement. That's one thing I wish I had done when I was a young, especially in today's world. Will that go to the service? I'm a little I'm trying to figure that one out, Rob. You want to go to the service because the service was always an option. Unless you're 35 years old, service is still an option. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or sick,
But I have to go. I have to deal with it from the fact of what Cassius Clay, aka Muhammad Ali, said. He said, "There's no Viet Cong or no Vietnamese that ever called me nigga. So why would I go over there and try to shoot them?" Period. And that's the honest to God's truth. I don't believe it. The reason I use the Ukraine as an example is those people are fighting for their right to exist on this planet as human beings, and it is white on white crime. It's beyond white on white crime. But my point is, as you said earlier, Alonzo, we're out there in these streets and we're gunning our own down. We got kids gunning kids down. It's like, so where do we go next? Where do we go next?
Let me say this right here. I scroll through Facebook 3 or 4 times a day, and there's a couple of sites, man. You see some young dudes with these super 9mm pistols shooting like 50 rounds, got round machine guns,
extended magazines.
Then some of them even got a little switch on the back, and you just pull the trigger, and it turns the doggone 9mm pistol into a 30-shot automatic pistol, and they treat them like they're toys. Okay,
yeah,
they treat them like they're toys. And it looks to me that the mindset of these guys is that I got a gun, I'm in the woods, but I want to see what it does in real life. Okay, and it seems like they just
I can't go with you.
You see him in the wood. Wait a minute, you see him in the woods shooting, but then these same guns are some of the same guns you seen in the streets. More than that, you see people getting shot. They pull out 100 bullets out of situations.
Yeah, okay. But no hunter hunts with a gun.
Oh no!
Shoots 30 bullets.
No, I'm
because
saying
it destroys the meat.
Right.
That's the number one reason you don't use. I know what you mean.
They would be in the woods just shooting their cans and stuff or old cars with it, having fun. But now they want to see what it does in the streets, and it's like they look for a reason to stick that damn thing out of the window of a car and pull the trigger. Okay, and
that's
one of the most countless moves you can do. But
also, what about the guns in the prom pictures? Have you seen those, Alonzo?
No.
Yes, in the prom pictures. Actually,
yes.
Women, the girls and the boys are holding guns for the prom picture.
No.
Where we got to pull those up. In the chat,
I
have
heard
you
about
all
that.
seen the
I heard about
pictures,
that.
the prom pictures of it used to be the dads holding the guns, right, next to their daughters. Now it's the girl and her escort holding guns. He's standing on her dress. I don't get that, and holding guns in the prom pit, getting ready to go to prom.
See,
You hadn't seen those, Dre? Yeah, you heard about those?
you supposed to cancel.
Yes, I just said I did. Yes.
You supposed to cancel
Yeah.
everybody's problem. She can't go with you, and you can't come to my house again. But somebody,
Yeah, but
then
but that goes
co-signed
back to that word.
Huh?
Doesn't that go back to the word I said earlier about responsibility and RESPECT? Find out what it means to me. RESPECT. Take care of TCB. I mean, people say, "Oh, Dr. Dre and Lonzo, they old, they legendary cats, but this old, they don't know what's going on with the new thing." Y'all not gonna make 30. You're not gonna make 25 at the rate you're going. And like when you speak to the great man we have now in New York City, Eric Adams, these folks are gonna start building places you're not gonna be able to come home from. Because you got 15 and 16-year-olds, they're like, nope, no more juvenile court. You're an adult. You're going straight into adult court. And then if you get for life, you're gone.
But
they just convicted this young lady, real quick. They just convicted this young woman out here in Suffolk County because she lured people, these young men, to this park where members of MS-13 killed them with machetes. And when they found her guilty, she was like, "I didn't do this. It was my boyfriend." Got on the phone to the jail, talking to her boyfriend, not realizing the conversation's being recorded. You're speaking in Spanish. What, you think they don't have somebody that can decipher what you said? And then she's like, "But I didn't do it. He made me do it." And they go, "No, man, we got you on tape. We got you on tape." This is what we're talking about. We're glorifying everything so much. Like Bernadette just said, when you got children in a prom picture, and the only way you can look your best is with an AK, a 9mm with an extended clip, and then you flashing dollars and money, like this is what you're about. What can you say? That goes back to the other word I said, greed is good. That's what Michael Douglas said as Gordon Gekko. I mean, you see how these movies and this stuff starts to play, then you want to be Nino Brown, 2023. You want to be this person. And again, we're losing our women, we're losing our children, and we're losing our young men. What else is next?
Dre?
What else is next?
I think we talked about this on Tuesday's show. I got a picture of a young
But you didn't know about the prom picture, though.
No, I didn't know about the prom picture.
You know now.
I got a picture of a brother he's in prison, him and his girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever you want to call him, and the homeboy got a set of boobs in prison. Okay. And he allegedly had written home and told his people he'll never want to come back home again. Okay. Some of the things that have been ignored, overlooked in the penal system has made to some people, not everybody, made it kind of comfortable. Okay. I've seen videos of people playing video games in some prisons. Okay. I've seen people partying in prison. They got their phone. And, some cats doing hard time, depending on where you at, where you are, what you did. All that right there is a part of the variables. But you got some youngsters that look like they're having a good time in prison. Okay? And
they get cell phones. How do you get cell phones to use in a prison? That's easy to stop. All you do is shut the signal off. Phones are no good.
Man, most of that shit is brought in by the guards.
Yes, but I'm saying, that's the cycle. That's called responsibility and the discipline. And all that goes in a full circle. And see, people are listening to us saying, "Oh, Lonzo and Dre, they're going out of control. You got to do what you got to do while you're in there." But remember that scene in the movie Life where Bernie Max,
Jingling.
His name, Jingling.
Yeah.
He got the slip that said he was going to be free. And Eddie Murphy said, man, you going home. He said, I can't go home like this. He said, yes, you can, man. You better come. We're going to be happy to see you. And each beat made a break for the gun line. And they shot him down, and Bernie Mac started crying. It's like, when you get that kind of, as it said in Shawshank, institutionalized, this is what you have now on the streets. You have people who've been institutionalized back out on the street, and they don't want to be on the street. So you do something so you can go back in, so you get them 3 squares, you get heat, you can play video games, you can get a cell phone in there, you try to get on the internet behind the guard's back, and there's so much money being made. Like, I mean, our Rikers Island in New York right now is about to be taken over by the feds, and then it's going to become a federal prison. So all that other crap going on is going to change.
No,
but where do you move all those people?
Wow.
Move all those.
Oh, before we go ahead, Dre.
No, I'm done.
Hey,
before we get ready to close out, Lonzo, there was a question about this one movie that Lonzo from the chat, Funky Things said there's this one movie that came out. Lonzo and Dre should remember the 1974 movie Claudine. That movie shows the reason why Black people are going through the hell today.
Well, you know what? That was I'm not gonna say that it was the hell of that time. It was the welfare system was very strict back then. You couldn't give a woman no presents, you couldn't give them nothing, and they would come out to your house and inspect. And that was part of the problem. The guy started liking the woman with 6 kids. They never mentioned the husband nowhere. I don't know whether he got killed, ran off, whatever. But homeboy came in, the trash man came in, started liking Diane Carroll, and he would buy
right. James Earl Jones. Right. James Earl Jones fell in love with Diane Carroll because she was a domestic.
Let me finish.
She had I was gonna say she had 6 kids by different fathers.
Okay. So
that's what the thing was.
So but he also had kids too, and he
had 4 or 5 kids.
Right. He was
from different women.
They never brought his kids into the show, but they showed where he was getting his child support was being deducted. Now the kind I hear what he's trying to say, but child support. I mean, the whole system has been revised since then. And in some cases, people get away with murder, man. I mean, women get away with murder.
No, but the system's worse now. I could tell you more about that in a second.
How's that?
We can say we could do another show and bring some folks in and talk about that.
Let's do that because
that'd be a good idea.
In some cases, the system allows some people, some women, to keep having babies to keep money coming in. Between some of the benefits, they living. I ain't gonna say living large, but they ain't got everybody going to work.
No, but I can bring in a real estate person who will tell you the story from her perspective. And she really is like, why do you keep doing this? He said, well, I want to get a 3-bedroom apartment and they won't let me because I only got 2 kids. He said, no. He said, yeah, but you can't do it. She went out and got pregnant again. Now she got 4 kids. So now she's looking for a bigger house. And they're like, but that's not what we said. It's like, you got to get a job and you got to do. It's like, no, I can't do that because I don't have to write childcare. So we can get in that conversation when we want to discuss Build Back Better and what's being done by the Republican Party that's really stifling childcare, stifling the ability to raise people out of poverty. And then we have 2 Democrats in the Senate, Manchin and Sinema, who refuse to vote against that. And then if they'd have passed the Build Back Better plan, the inflation in the country wouldn't be what it is today. Your gas prices wouldn't be as high as they are today because the gas companies, and then I'm gonna get off my soapbox, are the reason gas prices are high. Not the president, not the vice president, the gas companies that project these prices because they're not, Biden won't let us drill in the areas. And he said, yes, I will. Go ahead. I gave you all the permits you need to drill. And they go, well, we're not gonna really drill because they like the profits that they're getting by these high gas prices. And the one thing you know about living in America, when the prices go up, we ain't never seen prices go back down.
That's true.
Ever.
All right, with that
I remember
being
my
said,
father arguing when gas went up to 75 cents. He said, I'm about to park my car. This is out of control. Gas is 75 cents.
All right, folks. That being said, we're going to wrap this show up. This Legendary Connection live with Lonzo and Dr. Dre and Miss Bernadette live from Mississippi.
Yes, indeed.
All right, folks. This is how we do it every week, every Thursday. Dr. Dre and Lonzo get together, folks, and we have an in-depth conversation about hip-hop issues, real life issues, and we just kick it from the West Coast to the East Coast. And we got Bernadette, she's bringing it in the middle.
In the red clay of Mississippi.
Red clay. Folks, thank you very much for watching. Me and Dustin be back. Yeah, me and Dustin be back on Tuesday. Check out my Compton Chronicles. I'll be dropping different interviews from time to time. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Compton Chronicles, subscribe to Legendary Connects, and much love for everybody who's already subscribed to N.W.A. Stories with Lonzo. This is Lonzo for Legendary Connects. Dr. Dre?
Yes, sir. We'll see you next week.
Say bye-bye.
Legendary Connects.
All right, folks. We out here.